What's up, y'all? It's Dre Trades. Another day, another Friday, and the Dow is still down 234 points. But what is different? What is different is that NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up 99 points. I own a lot of NASDAQ stocks, so the portfolio was okay. It was okay, and the S&P was up a measly 2.36, a 0.06%. So basically flatline all day. Let's get a closer look in and see what's really going on. So here we are is the indexes that I was just saying, and you can see the action for the day. When the Dow opened down, it gapped down and just started going straight down like a knife. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. NASDAQ was actually one of the first to turn, and then the S&P, but I was like, what is going on here today? Let's look at the heat map, man, and see what's really going on. One of the things that shocked me today, and we'll go over it a little more closely in detail, is that Facebook was up 4%. It's 290. It's a whisper off the all-time high, which I think the all-time high is somewhere around 305, 306, something like that. And Amazon's up, Tesla's up, as I kind of predicted, Home Depot. So there was some hope in here. The one sector that I said, hey, man, it's always up, was down, and that's financials. You see that bright red, and look at over here, mainly the Visa and MasterCard, because Visa had some news. The DOJ is going to be checking them out for a debit card network. Yes, there could be a little bit of fraud there. So let's pull up the actual charts and let's see what's going on. Let's start off with Facebook. Wow. Y'all know, if you'll watch me, I love a Facebook. I am not in Facebook now. I thought it was really weak. I didn't like any of this action. Let me pull up the weekly so you can see it a little better. Monthly looks not bad, but this action here, I didn't like the way it was tracking when the rest of the market was kind of going up, and I really thought it was going to break that low end, but it comes to show that when it touched that level right there, that was the time to buy. It was the perfect buy point. It tagged it to the penny for the most part, and now we're at the upper end of the trend line. Do we break through here, or is it another selling opportunity, like it was here and here? Because here we are again, and we're approaching the all-time high. I think it's 304.67. Yeah, 304.67. I'll pull up the monthly. Yeah, that's it. 304.67 is the all-time high on Facebook. All right, so why is Facebook all of a sudden ripping? Because Mark Zuckerberg says, yesterday that he has Apple's doing that whole privacy thing, and he's saying, you know what, Facebook can actually be in a stronger position. Why? Because they think that advertisers might go straight to Facebook, and they'll get actually more advertisers on Facebook or something like that. So he said that the stock's ripping. What, Facebook's up 4.12, 11 points, man. I haven't seen Facebook do that in a long time. So that's actually pretty bullish. And with that action, where it's just short of the all-time high, makes me think it wants to go through it, because that news is actually good news. Because ever since Facebook, or Mark Zuckerberg said, this Apple privacy thing, we're not going to be doing as well. Whatever he said, it's going to really, make Facebook take kind of a hit. And ever since then, the stock has been just drifting down. You had that. You had the DOJ news on top of that. Facebook just been weak. Now he kind of changed it. DOJ is now focusing on Visa. So maybe these guys can make all-time highs, when no one's looking, right? So Facebook, I actually like Facebook right here. So what is the DOJ looking at? Well, they're looking at Visa. Visa, yeah, the debit card network, making the merchants basically go through or not allowing them to go through a certain network to process debit card transactions, making them go through the higher network, and I guess that's theirs, something like that, right? So therefore, it's going down. Maybe there's some truth in the story, because Visa is down 6%, man. It's down 13 points. And if you look at that weekly, it's like, damn, is that outside bar? Not quite, but it is ugly. It's an ugly bar. I can tell you that. And right when it was just about to bust out, here was the bust out. So we got a fake out. we got to peak above and fail. And this thing might actually, believe it or not, go all the way down to the bottom of this range. That brings it down to 181. And I'm in Visa. So if I can get a little pop, I might have to switch. I got some long-term leads in Visa. So I might have to switch. I might have to take my long-term leads and kind of roll them over to MasterCard. And, while they looking at Visa, maybe MasterCard can do all the running. So I'm going to take a look at that because I hate this kind of news. It really puts a cap on the stock. Anytime you have DOJ or you're looking at the books, accounting, it just caps the stock for a while. And I really can't see Visa pushing through, with the DOJ hanging over their head. And, everybody's going to be thinking like I'm thinking and be like, yeah, maybe I should go to MasterCard, Square, PayPal. I think those are going to be the stocks to go now. And the action today almost tells you that's what's going to happen. Down 6%. It's like the biggest down day in a long time. I haven't seen a red candle like this, maybe way back here, way back in, the pandemic days, So here's one right here. So not often that Visa has a move like this, especially at the top of the range. So that's Visa. Trucker 202, this one's for you. We're going to pull up AMC. Me and Trucker 202 has been having conversations in the videos, in the comments section. If you want something to say to me, get in the comments. Let me know what's going on. He's been keeping me informed of his AMC trade. I've got, even though you wrote it in the comment, I'm still like, hey, I don't know what you're doing. But, I hope that you made money on it. And today was kind of exciting. He was looking forward to quadruple witching. Today was a quadruple witching Friday, which means what? Options expire and futures expire and all these other instruments expire on the same day, which was today, which generally causes a lot of volatility in stocks. He thought he had some info. Well, I wouldn't say info, but an idea that AMC could rocket higher based on the quadruple witching. So I believe Trucker 202 was positioned for that, and it's closed flat. It's at 1393 on this quadruple witching Friday. I don't know if you made any changes. I don't know how you played it, but I do hope you made money. I think you mentioned something about rolling out. I tell you what, I have a feeling that Monday is going to be the day that this thing decides to go up or down pretty big. And let's look at GameStop. Since we're looking at AMC, we're going to look at GameStop as well. Only down $1.48, a $200 stock. And you can see what happened here. $227 that GameStop closed. You know what that means? That means they pinned it. I mean, this thing was totally being manipulated. And I don't know how they do it. But on options expiration, they manage to get these stocks to close right at the option, right at the expiration. So you're going to be 200, 205, 210, right there. So I guess these options can expire worthless or whatever reason. I don't know too much about that, but I do know they pin these stocks for their own reasoning. Anyway, on option expiration Friday, stocks generally tend to pin, which is right on the option strike. So it might not go, you might not get any movement because it's going to pin. I always thought it pins at the option with the most open interest, but I'm looking at some stocks. Sometimes I found that not to be true, and I would try to play that. Oh, look at the open interest down here. I'm going to try to make a play for that, and it doesn't happen, So I never know what strike it's going to pin at, but they do generally try to pin it and keep it there and until option expiration Friday is over. So here you go. They closed yesterday at 201.52, and then it was a gap down. It kind of went down to about the 183 and then back up to the 220. There's a move. If you're a trader, that's a hell of a move. And then back down, and then here it is being pinned at the 200. Funny thing, it's right at support. Support, resistance, right? Nice, support, breaks through, a little resistance, up, support, so. And there's GameStop. I don't know how to trade this thing. I mean, I could tell you what, when I look at this and I could pull up the 4 hour and you see the action here, right? And then you see the action. it does look like it possibly wants to go higher, depending on what this does, right? So right here, it looks like it's coming down and it's almost bear flaggish, like it wants to break through and come down. But for some reason, if it can start going up, that means we will have a higher low, and then maybe we can go and put a higher high in. All right, the best stock that I like right now is DraftKings. Oh man, I'm in the DraftKings. I'm not in it as heavy as I want to be in it, so a little disappointed. I got the 60 calls and the 90. The 60-90 call spread that expires in a year, and just two of them. All right, so I bought two 60s and sold two 90s. That's $30 wide. That's $3,000 basically a spread I can make. So basically 6,000 max, but you got to minus what I paid for them. I paid about $700 for those spreads, right? So that's going to bring me in $2,300 for each spread. Not bad. So if we can get up to 90 before my options expire, that's going to be, what is that? 23 and 23, $4,600. I'll take it. But you know what? Here, Dre Trades, I like to make more than that. When I'm confident in something and I'm like, oh man, I really love it, I like to go all in. So I don't consider that move all in, but it's a nice position to make 4,300 if it can get up there. But if this thing takes a pullback, I definitely want to get in. Everything seems to be in line, with DraftKings right about now. So you got the NCAA tournament kind of going off. Kathy Woods just bought some for the ARKW fund. Dish Network, these guys are going to have an app on the Dish Network. The UFC contract, where they the sole provider, the sports book or whatever like that. So, and the football deal. So not that basically the NFL just inked the deal for the networks and stuff. So just all that football stuff, all of this stuff happening. And it just, every time there's like just sports, you think DraftKings, and DraftKings gets hot. Also, we know states are broke and they all gonna have to find a way to make money for the coffers. This is one of the easiest ways just to say, okay, we're gonna allow you guys to play around on DraftKings and you tax the hell out of it. But you know what I mean? There's money there. However they make money, there's money there. And they're gonna say, okay, yeah, all right, there it is. You can gamble in all the states. And every time a state opens up, this thing seems to pop. And there's a lot more states that needs to open up. So I like DraftKings. I like DraftKings a lot. Disney is on board. I mean, yeah, look at that cup and handle right there. See, it's beautiful, right? Just perfect. If I was going to draw a picture of a cup and handle, it'll look something like this. But here's the breakout. The breakout's already happening. This is the handle right here where the red is. You can see weak volume, and then now the volume pumps in and breaks out. So it can actually go a lot higher. How high? Generally as much as the distance from here to the bottom of the bowl. And I'm going to say that's the bottom of the bowl, right? So that's, what is it? Where's my range? What is that? 20 points or so. And what is that? 70 brings up right up to 90, right where my strike is. So hopefully that call spread is going to work. With the technical analyst, it looks like it's going to work. So there it is. There's my version of what's going on with the markets. It's not really much going on. I'm glad that the Qs is up, but let's take a look at the Qs and the SPY just to kind of drill down on it a little bit more to see if we can actually bounce and take off from here. All right, so here we go, the Qs. Yes, I got it right here. And a trend line is already drawn, and look what's happening right there. We are bouncing right where we're supposed to bounce, right? So I think we might have something here. There could be something here. We bounce and maybe kind of drift higher and work our way to new highs. So I do like what happened with the Qs. I guess that's why they was up today. Let's pull up the SPY, and there it is. I mean, there's really nothing here. It's just perfect. Even though we had that down day, it's just doing its thing. It's still on trend. Everything is all right there. We'll pull up the IWM, and Yeah, same thing. Just look at that angle, man. Let's clear all of this stuff out. And look at the angle on that IWM, just how strong it is. You know, draw a quick trend line. And, you know, I draw this trend line, and I can almost say it's kind of breaking trend right there. Right? Then I could draw another one. I guess I can draw that and say, there we go. But the IWM definitely has some room to pull back a little bit. And even if it pulls back, we're still on trend, right? Everything is just lovely. The IWM was actually up today, 0.75%, 1.70, and that's the small cap ETF. So thanks for watching, man. I hope you like this video. I'm Dre Trades. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, get in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you trade. Even if you made a trade like, say, Wednesday, it's okay to come back to this video, put it down, and because I read all of them. I get all of them. You know, it's not like I get a lot of comments. Not yet. Because when I blow up and I'm getting thousands of comments, I'm not going to be able to do that service. It's just going to be way too many comments. So hit me up in the comments. Hit me up now before I blow up. Hey man, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good weekend, and I might try to get on it this weekend and do a live. I definitely want to do something this weekend, so to know, you got to hit that bell. All right, so thanks for watching this Dre Trades. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Dre Trades. I'll talk to you later. Peace.